I got some free pallets that I picked up, so it's time to put them to work and make some magic. First thing I want to do is get them all cleaned off from the cobwebs. Next, I'm going to mark a line on both sides, and I need to cut it in half. What I got is 2 pallets. One's going to be cut in half for the sides, the other pallet's going to be the front. Once I get it cut in half, then it's time to cut off some of the side pieces so I can join them together. Once these are all cut, it's time to prime them. I'm going to go ahead and prime because I don't want any paint that gets on there to flake away. And a lot of this pallet wood is rough. So the more primer we get on, the better. And that allows the paint to stick. Once I get it all primed up and looking good, and I used only one coat, it's time to join the sides together. I used 2.5-inch screws to put them together, and I put it up and down each one of the sides to make it super strong. I first joined one side, and then I went ahead and did the other side. Once I got those together, I turned it over so I can cut out a little area like a little window, and I'll show you later what I'm going to use this for. Once I get those pieces cut, then it's time to make the braces for the countertop. I don't want it sitting just directly on there, so I put these braces on, and this is what I'm going to attach the countertop to. Once I got those braces on, it's time to paint. I went ahead and used an exterior paint, and I put it all over. A lot of the primer is being able to be seen through. That doesn't bother me because I want to have this like two-tone rough antique look to it. So I went ahead and put the paint all over, and actually only used 1 count of spray paint to do this. All of the top countertop cut with the miter saw, and I put it in place, but I didn't secure it yet because I want to be able to stain all the sides and all the edges before I adhere it to the braces. Once I got all those done and got it all stained together, I want to make sure that I used a towel and not a brush because I feel like I can really get it and penetrate it in and get it nice and smooth. Once it dries, then I can put the countertop together. And I went with some gaps in it because it looks really cool. It's not the biggest or widest countertop, but it's going to do the job. Then that little window that I cut earlier, I'm going to put some shelving in, again using the same wood that I used the countertop. And I'm going to put some side trim on to make it really pop out and stick out. I can't just stop with making this pallet bar. I've got to make some little knickknacks. So I took some scrap wood that I had made out of the same stuff I made the countertops, used some glue, some drill bits, and I put some dowels in, and I put them in to dry, and watch this. I got you a napkin holder. Next, what I'm going to do is take the same scrap wood, cut some pieces out, stain these pieces, put them together, adhere it to the side of the bar, and look at this. Now I've got a towel holder using the same size dowel that I used earlier on the napkin holder, and it works great. And now it's time to start putting just all these things together. Using, again, some of the same wood from the countertop, I wanted to have a bottle cap opener, and it doesn't work without having a little bucket at the end to catch the caps. Put some hooks on, hang some towels, oven mitts, and just drill some holes. I'm going to put some sparkling cider through there, and I'm going to put my spices up there, little towels, and then I'm also going to hang some wine glasses, and I got this nice big bin that's going to hold all my favorite sodas. Put that in, and that's going to go right inside that window. And look at this, testing it out. That bottle cap opener works great. And look at this thing. It is all tricked out, looking good. It hangs all my utensils, all my beverages, and it just absolutely looks great. I am super impressed with this, and can you believe I did this from 2 pallets and a bunch of fur strips? I did this whole thing for less than $60. I hope this inspired you to not throw those pallets away, but use your imagination and come up with something grand. Thank you for watching Home Talk, and we'll catch you next time. For today's project, I'm going to use this free pallet. Now, this is going to be a project you're going to want to wait to the end to see. I'm going to flip this over to the back because I need to cut it down because I only needed about 2/3 of its original size. Using a Sawzall, I'm going to cut the 3 main support beams right there. Once I get it cut, I'll separate it, and then I need to remove the boards that are in the middle, not the ones on the top and not the ones on the bottom. So I'm going to use a Wonder Bar here, pull it up, and they're pretty easy to take apart. Once you get most of the nails popped, just go ahead and pop it up. If there is any nails left over, you can just pull those over too. I go ahead and throw those away. They're just rusted old nails. Next, we're going to measure in between on the backside how much distance I need. This is going to need 2 support boards. Again, using recycled pallet boards from another pallet, I'm going to measure and cut these 2 boards. Now, when you are cutting pallet boards, be very careful where you cut. Sometimes there's staples and there's nails. So you want to make sure when there's little holes like that, you don't cut right down the middle. Once I get that cut, now I'm going to take the smaller pallet boards, and those are going to be my fillers. I'm going to cut all of those 40 inches wide because that's how wide the pallet is. I think I only need about 5 or 6, so I'll cut those down. Then I'll take the 2 support boards, and I'm going to measure and make sure they're about 7 inches from the end. Both these boards need to be the same distance. It's going to look very much better if you do that. Then I'm going to put the bottom and the top pallet board together. All you need is one little small screw to go through. Make sure the screw is not too long. We don't want it popping out. Now, go ahead and take all your pallet boards, put them in the middle, and you're going to even out the distance on the gaps, make it look really nice. Then you're going to just take a screw on each side of the support and put it together. Now it's time to see if it fits. I'm going to go ahead and set it right into place, and oh, I was so excited. It fit like a glove. That definitely deserves a thumbs up to the camera for this one. Next step is to go ahead and put some hinges on. Remember those support boards? Well, that's what these hinges are going to attach to. We're going to put those on just to make sure that we can open and close this door on the pallet. Use 2 hinges, and look at that. It works amazing. I love it. Now we got to be able to secure the door. So just a little eye hook right there, and put that in. And again, make sure you always pre-drill. Some of these boards are a little soft and we don't want to split them. So this one secures just right, and look at that. It's great. Also, I want to make sure when I open the pallet door that I don't open too far and it has a support. So I'm going to put these eye hooks in, and I'm going to use a chain. Once you cut the chain to size, just use a pair of pliers to put it back. Now it's time to secure it to the wall. Be very safe when doing this. But once I got it secured, look at that. It closes right up and it doesn't stick too far out. But here comes the surprise. You're going to love this. Once it opens, it's your little old pallet bar. Isn't that great? Just makes a little table for anybody and everybody to enjoy. I love it. I can store my drinks inside. I even put a bottle cap opener. I hope you loved this project as much as I did making it. And I got to tell you, thank you for watching Home Talk, and we'll catch you next time.
A utility cart from IKEA is a great value and a great piece for storage. How about we give this classic gem a fabulous makeover? Pick your favorite peel and stick wallpaper pattern, and let's get to measuring. The top shelf of the IKEA cart has an open mesh middle. It's best not to cover this with wallpaper, but it is a great idea to use the footprint of the mesh for the other shelves. Measure and cut a piece of wallpaper that is the same size as the mesh insert. Peel back the corner of your measured wallpaper, and the rest of the backing will peel off easily. Apply to the center of the 2 cart shelves, leaving a white border around the paper. This will mimic the border of the mesh shelf. Use a debit card or gift card to smooth out wrinkles by pressing against the paper and pushing wrinkles away. Sometimes you need to lift the wallpaper back up in order to get the layout you want and a smooth finish. But this is the beauty of working with peel and stick wallpaper. Now take the side panels, measure and cut wallpaper to fit around the panels, and apply. Miter the corners just like you would for a gift package or a sewing project. If your wallpaper is not as wide as the long side panel, like mine, just cut a smaller piece of wallpaper, match up the pattern, and splice it onto the panel. Follow this process for wallpapering each side piece of the cart shelves, as well as the connector pieces. Looking at your wallpaper color and pattern, pull an accent color from the pattern and spray paint the 2 side rail handles in that color. Follow the instructions that IKEA provides in the box and assemble all of the pieces of the cart. Remember those spots that you marked? Poke a pen or screwdriver through the wallpaper and through the holes so that you can attach the pieces together with the screws. Pop on the wheels and you are ready to roll. Style this IKEA cart as a bar cart or a beverage cart with wine glasses and bottles. Or use it as a side table complete with a lamp, books, and plants. I hope this inspired you to give the classic IKEA utility cart a stylish makeover using peel and stick wallpaper. Thanks for watching Home Talk. See you next time.